Dear students, today in this lecture, we will have a look over the introduction of this particular course, which is Basic Electrical Engineering, and the code of this subject is TEE101. So, the purpose of this lecture is to introduce you all to the course. The first thing that you must know about any course is the outcomes of that particular course. Outcomes are basically the learning which you get after completing that particular course. So, in basic electrical engineering, when you will complete this course, you will have certain learning, you will have certain knowledge, and that knowledge you can apply to further fields which are related to the electrical systems, right? So the course outcome of this particular subject are: the first course outcome is to understand and analyze basic electrical circuits. So this subject contains basic electrical systems, their circuits, their analysis, and their understanding, a basic understanding. For example, what is an electric circuit? What is an electric circuit made up of? What are circuit elements? What is the behavior of circuit elements, how they behave, and what is the response of a circuit, electrical circuit, right? Then course outcome 2 is that you would be able to assess the various characteristics of alternating current and voltage. That means in this particular subject we have a chapter, a unit wherein we have the matter which is related to alternating current and voltage and associated circuitries, right? So second CO is related to that particular aspect of this course. Third CO is to understand the concept of three-phase AC circuits. We all are very well aware about the single-phase AC circuits because at our home, around us, in offices and all around us, we have the AC circuitries which are single-phase AC circuits. So in CO2, we would be covering that single-phase AC circuit also. Now in CO3, the course outcome 3 is associated with three-phase AC circuits. So generally three-phase AC circuits are high power rating circuitries which are installed wherein we need a large power, large current and large voltage to operate the electrical systems. For example, industries, right? So three-phase circuits have their own advantages, have their own pros over single-phase AC circuits. So that also you will understand from this particular course. Then there is a uh, you know uh, concept in which we would be discussing about the transformers, specifically single-phase transformers. So you all know what is a transformer. Transformer is basically static device which transforms the voltage from one level to another level. Okay, so either it transforms the voltage from high level to low level, or it transforms the voltage from low level to high level, right? So you would be able to summarize the basic characteristics of single phase transformer after studying this particular subject or course. Then you have the fifth course outcome, which is wherein we will introduce you to certain electrical installations. And the electrical installations are like, for example, you all must be having a distribution box installed at your home. Okay, so you all must be having an energy meter installed outside your home on some pole or on your wall of your house, right outside of your house. Then from there you have a cable going into your house, and then you have a electricity distribution box wherein you may find miniature circuit breaker, some switches and all that, right? So these MCBs, circuit breakers, switches, all these they come, they come under the category of electrical installations. And because they are installed at our house, and our house is being delivered a low voltage, we get a low voltage basically, okay, only 220 volt to 240 volt, right? So all these circuit breakers, switches, MCBs, RCCBs, all these components, they operate at a low voltage. Okay, so an introduction of all these components is basically covered in this subject. Okay, so you would love to learn about all these circuit breakers and switches. Okay, so that would also help you to understand um, a basic working of miniature circuit breaker. Okay, or MCCBs or switch or fuse, how a fuse work, what is the purpose of fuse, right? So that thing is covered because you always see all these components around us, around yourself, in your daily life, right? Then the last course outcome is that we will have a little bit understanding about the electrical machines. So when we say electrical machine, we actually are talking about the rotating machines. Okay, a fan at your house, a cooler, your washing machine, the motor of your refrigerator, the compressor of your AC, your mixer grinder, your microwave oven, all these uh, appliances, they have a rotating part. Your microwave oven have a rotating part, it has a rotating part. Your washing machine has a rotating part. The fan itself is a rotating machine. Okay, so these all are electrical machines, basically they are electric motors. So electrical machines are of two types basically. One is electrical generator and one is electrical motor. A generator is something which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy, and a motor is something which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy, right? So a fan is an electric motor, it is an electrical machine, it is an AC motor, a single phase AC motor. Similarly, your washing machine has an electric motor, your cooler has an electric motor, your tulu pump, your submersible installed at your house, all these are the example of electric motors. They are having electric motors installed in them, right? So that also create an interest in you to understand basic about these electrical machines, how do they work, how do they operate. Okay, so this subject is very interesting, you would love to study this subject. And yes, of course, there are certain things wherein you need to have a concern. Okay, so you cannot take this subject for granted, right? Okay, so you need to study it with full sincerity, and I hope you would love this subject. So let us come to the next part of our lecture, when we will discuss about the syllabus content. So as I discussed some course outcomes in previous slide, so now here you can see you have the course content which would be covered in this particular subject, right? Now the first chapter, first unit is associated with DC circuits. Okay, so in this we would be covering the DC networks, DC electric circuits, right? Basically DC electric circuits are those circuits in which we are making use of DC electricity. Okay, DC stands for direct current. It is a synonym of, abbreviation of direct current, right? So a direct current or a DC supply is a unidirectional supply. It is not a bidirectional supply, it is a unidirectional supply. And in first chapter, we would be covering the electric circuits and certain concepts, analysis, methods, theorems, which are related to DC networks, right? So you will be having a bit of understanding about the electric network, what is an electric network, how it operates, how do we do the analysis of an electric network, how do we find out the response of an electric network. So these all methods will help you to analyze the electric network, specifically DC electric network. From that basic understanding, it would become very easy for you to have it would become very easy for you all to understand the next part, which is AC circuits. Second unit is associated with AC circuits. So in AC circuits, we would be covering both single phase AC circuits and then rest a little bit of three phase AC circuit, and understanding of three phase AC circuits would be there. What are three phase AC circuits? What are single phase AC circuits? What, how do we analyze the behavior of a single phase AC circuit? What is power factor? What is the significance of power factor? Okay, how does this power factor affects the economy basically? Whether it is domestic economy, means the economy of your house, or economy of an industry. Okay, how does it affect the electricity bill? So that also you will understand, right? So the third unit is associated with transformers. So transformer here is not the transformer movie which you have seen or watched. Okay, transformer here means the electrical system which is used to transform electricity from one level to another level, right? So we will have a little bit of understanding about the transformer. What are transformer? Transformers are basically magnetic circuits, right? They are magnetic circuits, and they have their own working. Why do we call them static device? Because they are electrical machines, but still we call them static device. What is the reason behind it? Okay, what is the equivalent circuit of a transformer? What is the difference between an ideal transformer and a practical transformer? Right, all these things would be covered in unit number 3. Then we have unit number 4, wherein we will discuss about the electrical machines. As I already told you, the electrical machines here means that the rotating machines, the motors and generators, basically, right? So we would be covering basic understanding of electric motors and electric generators, both DC and AC, right? Then you have electrical installations, the last unit, unit number 5. In this, we would be covering the working and understanding of the fuses, the MCBs. MCB is the miniature circuit breaker. You all have seen it. You all have installed this at your house. Then ELCB, RCDB, RCD, MCCB, all types of wire, how the wiring is done basically at your house, right? What is earthing? What is the significance of earthing? Why do we give an earth point while installing the wires at house or anywhere basically? Okay, whether it is a domestic installation or industrial installation of wires, cables. What are the various types of batteries? What are their important characteristics? Okay, these would also be covered. Then we will also learn how to calculate the electricity bill of your house, right? Okay, how to calculate the energy consumed. So energy consumed here, the energy is basically the electrical energy, right? It is the electrical energy which we would discuss about, and that how it is its consumption is calculated. Then last is the power factor improvement. So in unit number 3 we would understand what is a power factor, what is its significance, okay, why it is important, why it is so important in AC circuits, right? In the last unit, we would be covering how the power factor is improved, what are the various methods, and what is the benefit of improving the power factor, right? So these all things we would cover in our this particular subject, and this was the syllabus and the course content of this particular subject. So we expect this subject to be completed in almost 42 hours, or if it exceeds that also will take up, no issue. Then these are some textbooks and references that you can go through. So you can find all these books in the library. You can approach library or your respective faculty member. Okay, so you can have all these books with you. Whatever matter we would discuss, whatever topics we would discuss, these topics would be somehow, somewhere will be taken up from any of these books. Okay, the first is D.P. Kothari and I.J. Nagara. The title of book is Basic Electrical Engineering, and we have publisher, right? And similarly, the rest of the books are there. Okay, so you can write down all these books. You can get any of the book issued from library, or you can approach, consult your respective faculty member about further information and on any of the book, right? Then this was all about, my dear students. The objective of this session was to make you aware and to introduce you the subject which you are going to study in this semester. The name of subject is Basic Electrical Engineering, and the code is 1TW101. I hope that you all would love to study this subject, because this subject is related to the electricity, and in today's time you cannot expect anything without electricity. So electricity is very important, very necessary in our daily life, right? Thank you so much.